So let's jump to the Red Dead Redemption re-release. We have the thumbnail, of course, for that. So what happened basically is that Red Dead Redemption got rated in Korea. And usually when that happens, it means that the game is coming out soon. And of course, this game launched already, like way back. But this like rating is separate from the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions. So that's why people are speculating that it might be a sort of re-release, remaster, whatever. So it was like the application was received June 5th, 2023, and classified on June 15th. And rating maintenance decision on June 27th. So that's why it came out right now. No platforms were listed, although again, it's a separate rating from the game that has already been released. Now we also have an actor, I think the actor behind John, like talking about that he would love to like do something, of course, with the series again. Whether it will be remastering something or something totally different, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about Rockstar. If they do that, great. That would be awesome. Some people are speculating that it might be coming to PC because I don't think it ever released on PC. And I also grabbed this from the Take-Two pipeline, where basically they said how many games they plan to launch for the next 3 years. And they also have like a segment for new iterations of previously released titles, and they expect 6 of those. So, we can expect like 6 remakes, remasters in the next 3 years. So a Red Dead remaster makes a lot of sense. I still think it's crazy that Red Dead 2 is not on like PS5 and Xbox Series X.
It's
That's
crazy.
like money
It
on
seems,
the table, right?
exactly. To me, it just seems like such a layup to bring.
Yeah.
For one, Red Dead 1, the only way you can really play it nowadays is backwards compatibility through like the Series X if you have a disc, and like if you have a 360 laying around, which is how I had to get it up and running. I think
Is it
when I played it,
compatible? Probably.
I think if you put the disc in, then it works. I don't think it's like listed. I'm not sure though. It's been a minute since I tried it, but I know I got it working like a year and a half ago, probably. However, it's way more difficult than it should be for one of the most lauded games in modern history to be so difficult to play nowadays is crazy. It's just wild. It works on Xbox One. Maybe that's what I did. I pulled out the old Xbox One X and I played it on
But
that.
then it probably still works on Series as well, right?
You would think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like money on the table. You just release a decent, we have to specify that because Rockstar doesn't have a great track record with remasters, but a decent port to PC and to modern consoles. It doesn't even have to look very good. Just support higher resolutions. Like that's all you need. It can still be locked at 30. Who gives a crap? Just do that.
It would be awesome if it looked like 2, though. If
it was like a full remake, that would be amazing.
I mean, would that be a remake if they're like, probably, right? They would have to redo quite a lot of stuff.
I think all the assets would be too poor, and all the character models would be too low poly, and there's also weird stuff with those like 2010 games where they compressed the ever-living crap out of the audio. So when you listen on like a decent pair of headphones or speakers, it sounds horrible, but it's because they compressed it all so bad. So hopefully they have backups to all of that and don't have to redo all of it. But yeah, man, I totally agree. It's easy money. If this ends up being a thing, which I really hope it is, that would be tremendous. And like they said, like Jor mentioned, it is not the same as the Xbox 360 and PS3 version. It is filed as a separate thing. So it could be that it's just like a new edition or something.
Switch version.
Switch. It very well could be a Switch version.
I hope not, man. I hope.
Dude, that would hurt my heart so bad. I'm like,
it's a Rockstar game on Switch, probably, right? Like something.
Didn't the freaking Grand Theft Auto collection go to Switch?
Oh yeah, the bad. Yeah.
The really bad one, the definitive collection.
Oh, LA Noire's on Switch as well.
Yeah, but that was Team Bondi, so I'm not sure if that counts.
Yeah.
But
love that game, by the way. But
I love LA Noire. Oh man,
that's so cool. But like also, what it was also mean like the Red Dead Redemption 2 that doesn't have like a patch
Yeah,
PS5.
not even like a
series.
60 FPS patch like they did with The Last of Us Part 2.
While they were still supporting Red Dead Online, which is like also kind of crazy. But what do you think? What's the future of Red Dead? Do you really think they're gonna revisit it? Do you think after GTA 6 they're gonna do a Red Dead 3?
I mean, I think it's an easy layup. I think they also would like to try something new. Though everything I've heard about the Rockstar team is that they're a little snooty, and to be fair, they've earned the right to be snooty. So I'm not saying that they shouldn't be like super confident, because clearly they know what they're doing. But that's also been the problem with a lot of remasters and remakes and stuff, is that management's asked them to, if they'd be interested in doing remakes of games, and there was some like leaked thing, and they were just like, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. We're doing bigger projects. So I think that there's some stuff with that where there's a little bit of we're too good for that going on. And I honestly, after the team's been working on Red Dead, then GTA 5, and then Red Dead, and then GTA 6, I could see them wanting to try something different, just like Naughty Dog wanting to try something different after Uncharted and The Last of Us back to back. So I would guess something new, something fresh.
Yeah, I would hope so as well. I also think like that. Yeah, Red Dead was like also like with the support for Red Dead 2 and how Red Dead Online just did not really set the world on fire. It also of course had many issues and stuff. But with them not even like launching a next gen version for the game, like that tells me also that they just kind of shifted away. The game did sell like more than 50 million copies. Like it's one of the best selling games ever. Red Dead Redemption 2. So, but I think that anything Rockstar put out and maybe like a potential new franchise, like there were once rumors about like a medieval, like a sort of Skyrim, or like or then like realistic like medieval sort of games like Kingdom Come Deliverance.
I still swear to God, I will crime if they do, like Naughty Dog or Rockstar, if they do like a pirate game in the golden age of piracy. I would do such dirty things if that like facilitated that.
Sooner than Skull and Bones, do you think? What will be out?
At this point, man, who knows?
No, but yeah, I hope that Red Dead gets some love though. This first game, and that I liked Red Dead like the first online mode way more than Red Dead 2's online mode. It was like for that time, it was like pretty crazy.
It's kind of arcadey. It was kind of like it just was not trying to be super serious and grounded. And I thought
for that time, like fun. When did Red Dead Redemption came out? 2010 or something?
yeah, 2010.
Yeah.
And you're right though. Like if they just brought it, I think if they brought Red Dead 1 to PC overnight, the moment they launch it, probably at least on Steam 1 million copies, probably more. Because a lot of PC players have never played it, because it never came, and especially if they're younger and they played Red Dead 2, they never got a chance to play the first one, they jump on it, especially if they launched it at like $50-$60 if it was just a straight port. But if they did any sort of remaster work to improve stuff, easily like tens upon tens upon tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue, easy money, layup. And didn't the CEO of Take-Two say like 6 months ago that they have just an onslaught of upcoming titles? Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, that's the thing that I have listed here. Like they have 17 immersive core games. So those are like the big ones, like Judas they mentioned here, but like a Borderlands 4 would be part of that, GTA 6. So 17 games in the next 3 years. And then mid-core like Lego 2K Drive, like 4 of them, so not a lot. And then also 6 like iterations of previously released titles. So that would be like remakes. Like the BioShock, they did like a trilogy for that, so that would like fall in line with there. But like 17 immersive, and like also, and that's where the speculation comes from that GTA 6 is launching next year, is because they now make like $5 billion in revenue every year, but next year they want to make like $8 billion. Yeah. And then the year after that, increase that even more.
Which, dear God Almighty, that was so funny when they announced those numbers. And everybody's like, so it's GTA 6, right? And they're like, we just have a lot of projects that we're really excited about. It's like, everybody knows, dude. Just admit it. Like, what? Come on.
I mean, what else can it be? Like Borderlands 4 is gonna be huge, but like 3 million bump? Like no. Bioshock will be big, but not like I don't like it will be a huge success if it even generates $1 billion.
Yeah, there's just the deadpan straight face of like,
But can you imagine the day that GTA 6 launches? I really think that I don't know, man. It's gonna even like GTA 5 when that came out in 2013, when gaming was away 10 years ago.
Oh, I remember. Do you remember the first time you saw that GTA 5 trailer?
Yeah. No, I remember more that they like just launched like a screenshot or something of like a zoomed in character. Like any small detail would like get for that time millions upon millions of hits on Twitter, while it was like way smaller back then.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this throwback. I'm gonna kind of scroll it around so they don't copyright strike it, but because they'll do that. But this thing, I remember watching this trailer for the first time, and I mean, this released November 2nd of 2011.
Damn.
Just, do you feel old yet, guys? And seeing
all
this,
looks great. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
it still looks great.
It looks pretty good, and like, yeah, you can tell the resolutions are lower, the poly counts are lower, but it really is crazy impressive that this thing was running on the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah, man.
Oh man. And so yeah, I totally agree. The moment that they come out with GTA 6, the internet's gonna explode. And every game, like, this is one of those titles. Elden Ring, when it came out, a lot of people cleared out for the next like month because everybody's like, yeah, they're just gonna be playing.
Apart from Horizon.
Horizon has a talent, dude. I made a whole video on that. It's actually like the day this channel really started to turn around. Ironically enough, that video kind of kicked me into motion to figure out a new style of content. But it was a video where I was just describing how, like, Horizon was basically set up to fail. Like, they released it in a time window where it was just going to be overshadowed by this giant behemoth, and it's the second time that it's happened in the two releases for poor Horizon, because last time they had Breath of the Wild, and it's just amazing.
My prediction now is like the new Witcher game will launch like the week after.
That would be so delicious. Just have two corporate giants being like, I'm not doing anything, you back down. No, you back down. No, you move your date. I don't care.
I mean, to be fair though, Elden Ring was first in January, and then they like moved it 1 month. So I think they already printed the discs, and we're like, damn, we now have to go.
We're in too deep. Yeah, it's just.
And then we didn't know how big Elden Ring would be, because it was still like new IP. How big is it gonna be? Sure, it's gonna be big, but not like the levels that we saw.
Yeah, I think everybody was braced for it to basically be sort of a Death Stranding thing, where it's like, yeah, it's big, but it's probably polarizing, and it'll be talked a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just crazy. But I agree.
Like, going back to Rockstar, like, I do miss the years, like the generation where they would launch more than a GTA Online update every year. Like, and we do have Remedy, who's like remaking, I think, Max Payne 1 and 2. So they are like going to other studios, of course, like they made those games, like to remake their property. So I really hope there's like an LA Noire like remake.
Oh dear God,
like,
dude,
those games were so special. But that's really also what we were talking about at the start of the show, with how much money they make. And for them, it's just way more revenue if they launch like 5 cars in GTA Online.
Yeah.
That a few artists made. And they probably make, a way, way bigger profit on that in terms of like the cost they put in. So that's
I agree. It sucks for those of us that really like those games. Like LA Noire. But it's true, like LA Noire, you probably have to build the whole thing back from the ground up, because you can't use the same facial animation tech. You're gonna have to recapture it. You're probably doing like a reboot. I don't know. It's gonna be very expensive.
Like VR, they still did like they release. It is weird though. It's like I think the title that they release the most in like different formats or something.
Yeah.
Because again, it's on Switch, like the only Rockstar proper game that is on Switch.
It makes me wonder, like, were they kind of playing around with it, seeing what the interest was like, and then maybe, I don't know what the rights are like, but man, if Rockstar's main studio went back and tried to do something kind of in that same vein, but with a Rockstar coat of paint. I don't know if they could get the scale to justify that expense, but man, I think that that's a layup too, because the interest in that franchise is still there. He took my thing!